Jabari, welcome. You are first today. How are you doing, sir? So I didn't really plan on going live this evening, but because I did not send any notification out, and since this will be the last live session, I said, let me just go ahead and see who will pop up without any prior notification. And I see that a number of people coming in, the usual crowd, which is awesome. Jana, welcome. How are you guys doing today? All right, I see Akira, not sure who that is. Remember, I don't know some of these, I can't remember because I'm just in the username. I'm not sure who is who. Dwayne, I see you. All right, so yes, school is almost done, and you guys are looking forward to your break. And so I don't want to be on here talking about school stuff when you guys are excited about your break. Hi, Carlene. So let's see how it goes. Today we may not stay for the entire hour, but I do want to get some information. Yeah, man, I know Jana. Jana, who is Joshua? So I see so two people watching from that live. Oh, Azaria. Okay. All right. So you see, like I said, it's sometimes hard to keep up with the username because the username has nothing to do with the name of the student that I'm used to. Oh, so it's Jana and Joshua. All right. So I've always been seeing Jana. All right. So now I'm hearing about Joshua. Joshua, what grade are you in? Oh, 4 and 6. So who is 4? Joshua is 4. You're 6, Jana? Grades 4 and 6. Oh, 4 for Joshua. All right, yes, because I think I assumed that you were in grade 6. All right, so not many people yet here because, like I said, I did not put out any notification that we're going to be having class today. So just wanted to see who would actually show up for the live without being reminded of the sessions. All right, so wanted a bit of information from you guys, but not a lot of people here yet because I wanted to find out. But I mean, you guys are here and you guys are the regular people who show up every Sunday. So let me hear from you guys now. In what way can I make the live sessions a little bit more interesting for you guys? Azaria, yes, I see you, Azaria. How can I make it more interesting? What else can I do on the live sessions that can, because we don't want to be coming here every single time doing the same thing, right? So I want to make it a little bit more interesting for you guys so you don't get bored. They should not get bored, because you're learning, or you ought to be learning something, or just basically given the opportunity to refresh what you are learning at school. So what can we do? I heard Jabari said Kahoot. Okay, anybody else have any ideas? How would you like the live sessions to be? Would you want the live session to be where I have the live session, but I host it on the Zoom platform? That means some of you will be able to come in and chat with me live instead of just all being in the chat and having to type. Would you, or would some of you want to do that? I could perhaps invite. No? Jana, what you say no to? No to Kahoot or no to be live? Coming up and joining me live. Which one? All right, Azara saying me, but I don't know what me means, No to Zoom? Okay. All right, so it's not gonna be no man, it would be live. It would be live. But because I've done that before where my classes that I do, I can have them shown live so that while we are on, there are people who could actually be talking and you hear other people talking, not just me. But it would still be live on YouTube. So those who don't want to join could always still listen in. All right. Okay. Yes. So it would be a Zoom live. Right. So those who usually have classes with me, we have our classes on Zoom, but I could stream it live so that other people would just be watching, right? So in that way too, I'm able to use up my whiteboard and some other things. So I could perhaps put the questions on the screen, make it a little bit more interesting. Mr. David, welcome, sir. All right, so yes, so in 2026, when we come back, then we will do some of that. We will come back January. What's the second Sunday in January? What date is the second Sunday? Because I think the first one, if it's before the 5th, then no. My classes will resume on the 5th. You said do that, but Jan, sometimes we need to try something new, we need to try something different. David, your school ends tomorrow, but you still have one more week of classes to do with me, sir. So make sure you show up for your classes this week. And then that's it for you and your summer. Remember, this is our final week of class. Okay, the 10th? All right. So yes, we will resume our live sessions on the 10th. And I am going to mix it up. And then tell you what I'll do. In January, for each of those sessions, I'll do it a different way. And then you guys can tell me which way you prefer. How about that? So, Jenna, you're not going to make any choices or decisions. No, I'm going to show you different formats. I'll invite a few people to come on if they wish, and then we see how it works out. So what I'll do then, maybe the first 10 people who join the live sessions would be able to join me on Zoom, right? So it wouldn't be like everybody's over on Zoom. You guys will still have to participate. Maybe just 5 or 10 people just to come in and give a little bit more conversations. Yeah. Also, yes, some people have been asking too about Saturdays. So I need to do a little, what do you call that? You guys help me out. What do you call that thing now when I want to find out what do I do? Let me hear if you guys are thinking and can help me out. I'm old enough, so you have to help me out sometimes. How can I find out? What method could I use to find out how many people would like classes on Saturdays or Sundays? What's that called? So I should put it as a question so you guys answer it because nobody's answering. All right, so Chanel come up with it there. A poll, yes, a poll. Right. So I need to do a poll survey. Yes, that works too. Right. So in the poll now, you tell me how many people are interested in Saturday sessions, how many people are interested in, and I'll do that in January too. So like I said, I'm going to be trying some Saturday classes in January. I'm going to be trying some Sunday classes, but I'll do both Zoom live and some other things. Who is saying, David, what are you saying no to? You can't just say no, because remember I'm talking and I don't know what you're responding to. So when you say no, I don't know what the no is for. Okay, so you have to tell me what you're talking about. All right, so even though we're not doing any much questions today, all right, before I do that, let me see in the chat. Yeah, man, but it would be in the evening. And if you are able, no, man, I would do both a Saturday and a Sunday. Because I know some people will not be available on Saturday. I know some people will not be available on Sunday. So I would not just choose one day and not the other, okay? I'll do both. But just for January to see how it works out, and then I make a decision for February and the months to follow. All right, so before I go into my first question, if you're in grade 6, type 6 in the chat, just once. If you're in grade 6, type 6 in the chat. Okay. And those who are watching, for you to be able to type in the chat, you have to subscribe. Once you subscribe, then you are able to type in the chat. All right, so let me see all the grade 5 students, because I want to know how to structure the questions. If they're mostly grade 6 students, I'm not going to say I'm going to just cater to grade 6 because it's mostly grade 6, but at least I have an idea. The students who are watching, okay, so all right. And can I now have the grade 4? How many grade 4 students? How many grade 4 students? All right, just one today. Usually there are more, and maybe because I didn't send out a notification today, why maybe the others are not here today. But all right, so 4 grade 6, 4 grade 5, 4. So we're going to still continue in the poll. How many people would want Saturday classes? Type Saturday in the chat. How many would want Saturday classes? Type Saturday in the chat. And if you want Sunday, type Sunday in the chat. If you want both, say both. But you have to come up. Listen, if you ever tell me Saturday and I go live on a Saturday and I don't see anyone, you see? If I ever go live on a Saturday and I don't see anybody, or if I ever go live on a Sunday, okay. All right, some people saying both. It would basically around the same time. So about 5:30, like I have on the Sunday, I'll do it around the same time, between 5, 6 o'clock. That way you guys are, I know, out of school and you have rested a bit and all of that. All right, so let's ask a question while I get in the middle of the chat. So there are some more things I want to find out from you guys, okay? So let's ask a question though, quick and fast, in between all of this. Let me see if I can find a question quick. Okay, if today is Saturday, what day will it be 4 days from now? If today is Saturday, what day will it be 4 days from now? Yes, Azaria, I know it's you. If today is Saturday, what day will it be 4 days from now? Wednesday. All right, I see. We have no fight today about who said it first. The chat is there for you all to see who said it first. The chat is there as the record keeper. And so, Jabari, you said it first. All right, somebody's just typing poll. So that means they are a little bit behind. Remember, guys, what I said, if you're joining us and joining us late, that means you're seeing the delayed version. Just skip right to the front so that you are at the most correct time, okay? All right, let me ask one more question. I mean, I'm asking the questions. You are answering the questions. Let me see now. All right, let me see. What is it that I can't find any question? What organ helps you hear? That's a science question. What organ helps you to hear? That was easy. All right, so in our science lesson to this week, we looked at hearing, right? And we did look at the ear. And so I'm going to ask another question. want to ask another question. What's another name for the hammer? Remember those tiny bones that we have in the ear? One of them is called a hammer. What's the correct name for the hammer? Let me see who is here from that. The hammer. Okay. Let me see who has the correct answer. Remember I said hammer, no? And I went through this with the students in the class, you know. I remember, David, you should not have gotten this one incorrect, you know, sir. Because remember what I said about the hammer and trying to remember what the hammer is, and it has that M in there, and the other word has the M. All right, so I see two people with the correct answer. Two of you were in the class. Three of you? No, well, Dwayne wasn't in the science class. But yes, Janae and Chanel and Dwayne, you are all correct. The malleus, right? That's the other name for the hammer. All right. What's the other name for the stirrup? I see a lot of people typing the stirrup in there, but what's the other name for the stirrup? And I hope my students would have remembered what I told them about the stirrup too, and the similarity between the stirrup and the other name. There's something similar about them. They both start with the letter S. Christmas on the brain and the Christmas cake and all the things. Eh? And the Christmas presents. So it was only Johnny in the science class this week. I'm kidding, guys. It's the stapes. Yes, Johnny, you are correct. The stapes. All right. So remember, we have been learning about the different parts of the body, the different organs, the different systems. And so you guys have to remember the information, okay? And those who perhaps, well, of course, not everybody would have been in the class. So you guys have to also remember to look at the different body parts, the functions of each, right? The sense organs. And of course, look at the diagrams, look at the different parts of those. Remember, we would have looked at the digestive system, the circulatory system, and those, okay? Which other one did we look at? Digestive, circulatory, guys, help me. Those were in the classes. What else did we look at? Which other system? Let me see if anybody will type it in the chat. We did digestive, circulatory. Which other one? Still waiting. Nobody from the class is here? Chanel? Johnny? Who else? Chanel, Johnny? Yes, respiratory. That's another system we looked at. Okay. Oh, you were in an ad. Oh, sorry about that. All right, guys. So, how many of us here? Yes, respiratory. All right. So, yes, that was one that we looked at as well. Did we look at any other? Just those three? Respiratory, digestive, and circulatory. Did we look at any other? I think that's it. All right. So, and then we started looking at the skin and those things. All right. No problem. Okay. So, let's go to another subject. Remember, I didn't really plan to come here to ask questions. I just wanted to come here and talk to you guys today and have you talk back to me. All right. Who can name 6 parishes in Jamaica? 6. Not 1, not 2, not 3. I want 6. 6. Type them up in the chat, guys. 6 parishes. Jabari, that's 3. I said 6. I want all 6 in the same line, in the same message. So nobody knows at least 6 out of the 14? Come on, man. Let's go. All right. St. Anne, St. James, Kingston. Somebody saying Montego Bay, somebody saying Mandeville, but those are not the parishes, those are the capitals. So now I have to know the difference between the capital and the parish. So Manchester is the parish and Mandeville is the capital. So you have to remember, okay? All right, St. Andrew, St. Catherine. Okay, yes. All right, so you have to remember which one is the parish and which one is the capital. All right, let me ask a question. Now that we're on that side of the questions, let me ask you a question about the parishes and the capital. What is the capital of St. Mary? Dawayne, don't answer, no. What's the capital of St. Mary? Dawayne, don't answer if you're here. Okay. All right. So here's the thing, guys. I know you guys are typing, and so you also have to make sure. Remember, we looked at, well, for those who would have done classes with me, we have looked at proper nouns. And when something, when a noun is a proper noun, that means we must use the capital letters correctly. So both the words Port and Maria, both of them need capital letters, okay? So I know you guys are typing fast, so but at the same time, I want to make sure that you are aware that both of those need capital letters, not just the port, but both of them, okay? All right, so I see some people coming in with the parishes still. Good. And the next time I ask, I'm going to ask you all 14. So you better be ready with all 14 come January. So this is homework for you guys. This is homework for you guys for next year. Make sure you learn all 14 parishes and their capitals. Also, make sure you know at least one river and a mountain. Okay, so you're gonna try to learn a little bit about the country over the Christmas break, the parishes, their capitals, the counties, a river, and a mountain. Okay, so learn at least that about the country over the holidays. All right, let's go now. Name 2 national heroes. Name 2 of the national heroes. Any 2. Two national heroes. Nanny of the Barons. That must be a typo. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, I must have been a typo. All right. Good, 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 good. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I know how it goes with typing, and you want to make sure that your answer is correct. So I know how it goes. I'm just kidding around sometimes because I do understand. All right, so let's go to mathematics. Let's go to a mathematics question. Let's go to a mathematics question. 2.48 times 10. 2.48 times 10. 2.48 times 10? 2.48 times 10. Two people saying 20. 20. All right, so the correct answer, Jenny, you are correct. The correct answer is 24.8. You see, if I had the Zoom, I could write on my screen and you guys would have been able to see me type and show you how you move the decimal point from here to there. So we're gonna try it on Zoom and see if it works. All right, so let's see how that goes. Although I think for the Zoom, it's gonna have a little bit of a delay, but we'll see how it works out. All right, so the correct answer is 24.8. One more math question. One more math question. Divide 6,300 by 9. Divide 6,300 by 9. Divide 6,300 by 9. Azaria making sure to type her name in the chat so I know exactly who it is. Yes, Azaria, you are first with this one. Yes, the correct answer. And Jayana and David and Xavier and Jenny. Who's I'm that girl again? Remind me of the name. Was that the Aria? I don't remember. And Dwayne. Yes, you are all. I hope you guys were not using you guys weren't using calculators, you know. Oh, we weren't using no calculator over there. All right, one more maths question. One more math question. Let's see now. Find the mean, and I hope you know what that means. Find the mean of 4, 8, 6, 10, 2. 4, 8, 6, 10, 2. What's the mean of 4, 8, 6, 10, and 2? Just a little clue, mean means average, right? So what's the average of 4, 8, 6, 10, and 2? David? 30 would be the total, but I asked for the mean or the average. So there were 5 terms, right? 4, 8, 6, 10, and 2. You're gonna divide that 30 by 5. And the answer is 6. So all who said 6, you are correct. So Xavier, you were first with this one. Congratulations. All right, who liked the maths questions? Did any more grade 4 students join us? We had one grade 4 student so far. Was there any other grade 4 student? I don't want you guys to feel left out, you know. Because remember, you know, even if I do all grade 4 questions, it still helps grade 5 and grade 6 because they still need to know grade 4 content for grade 5 and grade 6. So if I just do grade 4 content, it will still be revision for them. So I don't mind doing grade 4 content if we have grade 4 students here, okay? All right. Let's ask another question. This time, let's see if we can find a language arts question. So everybody say not me. So we don't have any grade 4 students? Jabari, you can say about random. There's nothing random about what you're getting on your test. You better know. All right, so the birds chirped loudly. I want you to identify the verb. The birds chirped loudly. And then maybe some of you are going to say, but miss, I don't know how to spell that word. The birds chirped loudly. Sorry, you're all spelling it correctly. Sorry, who is funny memes? I don't know who that is, but congrats, you got it correct, and the others were coming along with their chirped as well. I see Jayana and Xavier and Azaria and Dwayne and Chanel, and I think that's Amandi. Yes, and Nathan. All right, so the correct answer is chirped. All right. I said verb, sir. I said verb. All right, so let's go again. One more, and then we do a little bit of a discussion again. All right, one more. Which subject do you guys want this time? Tell me what subject. Whoever is first in the chat to tell me a subject, then I ask a question from that subject. What subject? Waiting. All right, Xavier is first. Xavier says he wants a science question. Xavier wants a science question. Xavier wants a science question. So like one science question coming up for Xavier. All right, let me see if I can find one. Let me see. Which organ pumps blood around the body? Oh, Nathaniel. Hi, Nathaniel. Good to see you. Oh. All right. Who was first with the heart, though? Let me see who was first with the heart. Let me see. That was Jana. First with the heart question. Who is funny memes? Like I said, no. Over time, I'll know. You see, now I don't have to ask who is Heather done anymore. No, that's Jana and Joshua, because I know both of them using that account. So I know that's Joshua and, and I know who is Jenny. I know who is some of the others. So, yeah. I know Azaria. Yeah. I'm that girl. Is that Aria? Was that the name? Or Aria or something like that? I am that. No, not I am that. Yes, I am that girl. Who is that? And Kayla is funny memes. All right, I'm gonna have to try and remember that one. Kayla. Funny memes. All right. So, guys, we are back to our discussion. Those who are joining late, we were doing a little bit of chit chat when we started because I wanted to find out what you guys would want us to be doing come January. This is our final class for this year. I want to give you guys a break to enjoy your Christmas holidays, but we come back on the 10th of January, right? So not the first Sunday, but the second Sunday. And I'll make sure I send reminders out, and you'll see it in the on the YouTube channel, a reminder. But we will resume on January 10th. But I want to know, what do you guys, or what would you? Oh, Jabari's cousin used to be in your class. Oh, but I have to know the name of the person because I don't know. I didn't have any student name. I'm that girl. All right. So I want to know, what are you guys looking forward to, right? What can we do differently in January? Shailene. Oh, I remember Shailene. Yes, man. I know my students. Yes, I remember Shailene. Yes, you were with me for this amount of time. But yes, I remember you. All right. So hope you're doing well. All right. Play with Play-Doh. So who's going to play with the Play-Doh? All right. So the second, no, somebody told me it was the 10th. Is it the 11th or 10th? Let me check for myself because I think that way told me it was the 10th, So let me check my calendar myself because somebody, you see, might give me wrong information. That way you told me that this it is the 11th. Thank you, Johnny. You see, Johnny is one of those people. Right. So the 10th is the Saturday, but maybe that way was because I had said I would be doing some classes on Saturdays too. So maybe that's where he got that wrong. All right. So yes. So the Sunday is the 11th. Thanks for that correction, Johnny. And the Saturday. All right. So you said, what did you say, Azaria, about when you get them wrong? Oh, Azaria, we can do some songs to remember things when we get them wrong. All right, so, okay, all right, you're gonna have to explain a little bit more about that when you come to class. All right, so I was telling some of the students that I'm going to try to do some Zoom sessions. So that will invite some students to come up in the chat and be able to talk along with me while we're doing the live. You guys, the rest of you will still be able to view it live on YouTube while we're doing the Zoom, right? So it will basically be like a Zoom live. It will still be broadcast on YouTube, but there will be students who would be able to participate in the session. If you would want to be one of those students to participate live, meaning you are able to give your answers on live, then you can let me know or have your parents let me know so that I can send you the link for the Zoom sessions. All right, so I'm going to try different things in January. Then at the end of January, you guys can let me know what you, oh, you were in an ad? Okay, so you guys can let me know what version, what ways of doing things you want. You want me to tell you, like, okay, say we have today's session. I said to you guys, okay, guys, next week the topics will be on measurements. So you're going to practice, your area and your perimeter and those. And so you know basically what to study for. That means you have a little bit of a study schedule. So you can study particular topics for a particular evening instead of trying to do all across the board, right? So for language, I'll say, okay, we're going to be looking at the different parts of speech or, something like that so that basically that's what you're going to be focused on. So you can just review those parts of your notes for those classes. Do you think that's a good idea? You can let me know in the chat, right? So science, I say, okay, we're going to be looking at this particular topic or two, and then this is what you need to study for so that when you come to the sessions, at least, nobody's at a disadvantage, right? You'll all know that that's what we're going to be doing, right? No, we don't really have 20 minutes left, Remember, I said I didn't really plan for this session today. I didn't actually plan to stay this long. I thought I would have been off by 6 o'clock, right? But like I said, just trying to get everything settled so that when we come back and we know what we're doing. There are some students who said they wanted us to have Saturday sessions. Another thing though, I noticed that most of you have not been inviting your friends to join us. Some of you tell me that they're going to answer the questions correctly, you don't want it. But guys, that's what you need. You need the challenge sometimes. The challenge is good. You don't want to play it safe. So if somebody is there who is very good, then I'm not saying you want to outdo them, but sometimes having that challenge, tell your teacher to tell the students in the class that they can join and have your teacher invite them to join, right? So you're just going to tell them about what they're talking about. And remember too, guys, I have the YouTube channel and I've posted quite a number of the past papers, right? So all the past papers for grades 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're not all up to date, but most of them are. So all the past papers, the papers from the previous years, I've posted the working out for those, okay? So, Miss, you invited your friend Haley, okay? All right, so just remind them, because sometimes when you invite somebody, you have to remind them because they'll forget. All right, so tell them to subscribe to the channel so that they can get the notification. So when I go live, they will be able to join. All right, so some people are, of course, listen, you would invite 10 people and only one show up. That's how life is. Just like I put my ads out and not everybody show up, that's how life is. So, but the more people you tell to join, then the better the probability that more people will show up, okay? But if you invite them and nobody shows up, that's fine. You are here and you are learning something, and that's the best part. But when you share with others and others come in, like I said, it makes it a bit more interesting. So it's always good sometimes when we have more, makes the party more fun. All right, guys. So yes, I do have Zoom classes. I do have Zoom classes. I have, and there are some of my students are in the chat right now. Not all of them, but some of them are in the chat. I have classes on Saturdays. I have language arts class on Saturdays, math class on Saturdays, and then I have some private sessions where I do sessions with students one on one. Then in the week, I have math on Tuesdays. I have language arts on Mondays. All these classes are at 6 o'clock on during the weekdays. I have science on Wednesdays at 6. I have social studies Thursdays at 6 o'clock. And then of course I do have private sessions with students who I help with reading and other whatever else they need private tutoring for. Also, let me say this, you guys are the first to know. Well, except for a few people. Let me see all those who live in the, and listen, we have to be very careful online. So I'm just asking a general question, nothing specific, okay? So you're just going to type yes or no. Let me see all those who live in the Kingston, Spanish Town, or Portmore area. Just type a yes, that's all. I don't need any further details, nothing specific. You guys have to be so careful when you are online. So those who live in Spanish Town, or Kingston or Portmore area. All right, so one person. Yes, Chanel, I have so much to do. Yes, Chanel, so much to do. All right, guys. So in the year to come, and hopefully later on, I'll be able to go other places. I do plan to have in-person classes again. I used to have in-person classes before, but I had taken a break from that, but I'm going to go back to that setting for some in-person classes, but not just the reading and the PEP sessions. I also used to have karate classes, music classes, chess, what else? Dance classes, trying to remember all the things. Sign language. Right, so I'm going to have all of that again in a space. So students who want to do karate. Oh yes, the sign language or the language arts and sign. Yeah, the classes I have on Zoom, those are paid classes that the students pay for. Yes. If I do all the, no, I don't teach all those classes, if that's what you're asking. The professionals. I get professionals to come in and teach those classes, right? But they're all in the same space, right? They're all in the same space. So they're students who come and they do karate, or they come and have their PEP sessions, or they come and have their reading classes, and so on. I have instructors who do. Chanel, but I make sure you lay in the bed and reading as well. Hmm? Oh, make sure you lie in that bed reading some notes. Yeah, it's a lot, but I try to balance it because I do have a regular job that I go to during the days, but in the evenings I come and I have classes because I know it's important for some students to have the opportunity to have classes. And I also try to do this session for those who, not necessarily that they can't afford the classes, but sometimes their timetables, right? You guys already have classes after school, and you guys already have Saturday classes at school, and so it's a lot. Your parents can't have you doing all these different classes because you're doing so many classes all over the place, right? So that video want to do correct, well, you're going to have to come back. Well, I'm going to make some announcements where that is concerned. I'm working out the details and the location and everything, but it will be somewhere in that area. All right, so the cost for the classes, it's for each subject, it's $3,000 per month for each subject. So say you do language arts, it's $3,000 for the month. So you get that one class. So every language arts is what? Mondays. So every Monday you'd have that language arts class for an hour, and it's $3,000. If you do 3 or more, say you want to do all 4 subjects, then you get it at a discounted rate. Okay. So one subject is $3,000 for the month. You get that class once per week. You get worksheets and you watch videos, well, especially for the science and social studies. I give them YouTube videos to watch and all of that good stuff. Anything else? So like I said, if you're doing 2 subjects, then, and it's for grades 4, 5, and 6. Like I said, though, those who wanted the reading classes and other things, then I do private tutoring sessions for those. Oh yes. Who I didn't get my homework from yet. Yes, man. But Chanel, you usually give me your homework, so that's fine. All right, let's go back to one more question. We're wrapping up now, guys. But it was good that you guys came out, even though I didn't put out a notification for a live session today, but you guys came out. And I appreciate that you came out. Shows me that you're interested in learning and doing well. And I wish that all of you do extremely well on your exams next year. Okay? And you guys can let me know too, how can you be part of? All right, so take this number down, well, and pass it to your parents, because of course they're the ones I have to talk to about the classes. Okay? So take this number down. 477 4950. So 477-4950. They can send me a message on WhatsApp to find out the details, okay? Yes, thank you, Jana. No, Kedia, 4950. So what Heather said, that's the number, 477-4950. So let's remove this message. All right, so let me pin this one. That's my business number. Yes, 477-4950. Just let me pin that somewhere. Okay, so that's the business number that your parents can call and ask about classes. My name. Oh, you don't know my name? Oh, my name is Tamara Bartley. Okay, but you don't get to call me Tamara. You can call me auntie, you can call me miss, you can call me teacher, right? Miss Bartley. Yes, but that's my name, Tamara Bartley. Any other question? And please let your friends subscribe to the channel. Imani, you have a sister named Imani Bartley? So I wonder if I'm related. Jabbar, don't tell me that I'm related to you. I'm joking. You have a sister named Imani. So you did. Okay, you have a sister named Imani. Well, I don't know any. I don't know any Imani still. Okay, but perhaps we are related somewhat. All right, that's why you give me so much problem. Your sister named Bartley. All right. Any other questions, guys? Any other comments? Any other suggestions? How can we make our live sessions a little bit more interesting? I asked the question, what would you want? We don't want to be coming here every week and doing the same question and answer bit. How can we find creative ways to make this Sunday evening a little bit more interesting and for you to learn something from the sessions? I'm not really going to be doing any much teaching. All right, so maybe like one or play games. But we can play some games, some educational games, and make it fun at least once a month. We can make it extra fun. Yes, I'll think of some things, but give me some suggestions too, guys. What are some of the games that you know about and some of the things that you would want to play and do so that we can have a little bit more fun? We can play games. Should we can play some educational games. Thank you, Azaria. Oh, okay. Okay. Miss Shailene. Okay. What? Kayla say you like it boring? What's here, Lord? Jabari, calm down, sir. Calm down, Jabari. Remember, I know. Calm down, okay? You and I have that little talk, so let's calm right down. Okay. All right. So I'm going to think about it. But like I said, you guys, I'm trying to work with some of your suggestions, but you guys not giving me much to work with. Some of you not saying much. So you see, when I come and be boring like Kayla wants, nobody else say anything. Because it seems as if that's what you guys like, boring. Ooh. All right, so you saw some science. It's called Astroneeds, aka math game. Okay. All right, so maybe I should be writing down some of these things, or perhaps I can go back to the chat afterwards. Astroneeds. All right, so I'm writing down some things, so you guys keep them coming. All right, so like I said, I'm going to be thinking about different ways to make it a little bit more interesting. Astro nerd, see, it made me writing down nonsense. Astro nerds, okay. All right, I'll look into that. You said it's on YouTube or no? Science Viz. All right, I'll look it up and see what that is about. And I'm going to do a little bit of research as well and see how I can make it. Like I said, one thing about doing it live on Zoom, see if that works out. And I don't know who was in my summer school classes that I used to do online. We used to have fun with our online summer school, because we did scavenger hunt, right? But of course, you guys will have to be on camera for that. So I sent them to go and get a fruit with a particular name or a particular letter, and everybody run to get the fruit and come back on the screen, and it was fun. So I'll do that with a select few, and then the rest of you can perhaps watch and see, and then the next time I'll take another set. Because not everybody will be able to join at the same time, because I don't want it to be overcrowded and then it gets out of control. So maybe at least 10 students, 5 to 10 students each Sunday gets a chance. And maybe not the same set, but again, you can let me know, your parents will let me know who wants to, and then I send the Zoom link to them, because again, I cannot really make arrangements with children, right? I have to speak to your parents and have them give permission for you to come online. Some of you don't have to show yourself on camera. In that case, I'll allow you guys to have your cameras off, but you would be able to talk instead of texting. Maybe we could have like a school challenge quiz. Put you in groups, boys versus girls, and you come up and let's see which team would be, right? And every week we could have a team, or you can tell me no, you can, somebody say no. Why everything somebody say no? All right, I understand. Not everybody would agree with the same things, right? But yes, we could have a school challenge quiz competition. We can do things in different fun ways, Yeah, man. We're going to do one of those. Yes. So we have team right, and the rest can be watching in the and then maybe we could have like call a friend, and then we look at the comment section and you can look to see what the answers are. If you guys don't know the answers, somebody in the comment section might have the answer, or perhaps I'd have to turn off the comment section at that time so you guys can't see what's happening. All right, so like I said, I'll think about it and find some fun and creative ways to make our sessions on a Sunday that much more interesting. And so you guys will have your friends come out and watch you participate. Because I'm sure some of you don't get the chance to go on school challenge quiz at school. So you get a chance at Takiba Academy to do some school challenge quiz type questions and see how you guys answer. And if you shout out the answer before you are identified, if you don't wait to be identified, then I'm going to deduct a point from your score. So you guys are going to have to be careful. Don't know how it's going to work out when it's a team thing, but we'll figure it out. Oh, so Azara, you were in school challenge quiz? Okay. All right, so that means you have a little bit of an advantage then. 2 months ago? Oh, all right, that's nice. So you have a little bit of an advantage. Well, maybe not. Who knows? You just never know. All right, because you have some very brilliant students online during our sessions and they answer super fast. So, yes. And yes, thank you so much. But yes, we're going to think of some more creative things for us to do. Maybe work on some projects and you guys can do like a little show and tell. So maybe I'll have some students come and show perhaps a project that they did, right? Maybe it has skeleton that they had created or something, and you guys can talk about these different things and help you to develop your skill to have public speaking and presentations and all of that, right? You can hear from your own peers and ask them questions. Because sometimes you don't want to hear from the teacher, you want to hear from your friends and other people in your age group who will be able to explain the things in your terms that sometimes the teacher can't get to you guys. Some of you guys, right? But your peers are able to help you in that way. So look forward to great things in 2026, okay? So there are some different things that I'll try to do, and maybe on a Saturday I'll do some things, and then on the Sunday I'll do some other. We'll see how it works out. But just know that on us in January, we're going to do a lot of experimenting, okay? So we'll try different things, and then we come back and see. You can tell me, Miss, I didn't like this part of it, or Miss, this didn't work, or oh, that could have been something else, or whatever. And then we just go back to it for February. But what I want you guys to do, remember what I said I wanted you to learn about for the rest of this month? All right, Akira, that's not Akira, Azaria. That sounds very good. All right, so remember, you're going to make sure that when you come back here, bright and early January morning or January evening, you guys are going to make sure. Yes, wow, a sandwich, that is good. All right, so what you guys are going to make sure of is that you learn about the different parishes. You need to know all 14 parishes and their capitals. Okay? All 14 parishes, the capitals, make sure you know at least one mountain or river associated with the parish, okay? Learn about the different counties, which parish is in which one. That's your homework from me for um for and some of you might be traveling along these parishes for the Christmas, Some of you might be going out to them different places and be exploring. So make sure when you come back, you're able to tell me that you traveled all 14 parishes and you know their capitals as well. All right, guys. So it was fun here with you. All right. So as I said, it's science, math, and language arts. Oh, you like all of the questions. All right. So, guys, it was fun. I didn't expect to be here today. And as a matter of fact, I didn't expect to be here so long. But it was fun having this time with you. And if you still have any ideas, you can come back maybe in a day or two and type it in the chat. So anything that you think about, just come back to this live session and type it there in the chat and say, Miss, we could do this, Miss, we could do that. Because remember, I'm going to be working on these things over the holidays, right? So I want to have these ideas before January. And then we just see how it works out from there. Okay, so get your skills so that when we have that quiz, you guys are ready for it. And some other things. I may call on a few students to do some things, because some of you seem very interested in doing things. And some of you are going to pull you out of your shell. Chanel has been pulled out of her shell. So now you're going to call upon Chanel. But you see, Jenny, I'm going to work on Jenny and pull her out. Jenny is such a brilliant young lady, but she don't talk much. But I'm going to pull her out of her shell. Yeah. If it's fun, it don't seem like I'm having fun. You're asking me if it is fun to be a teacher. It don't seem like I'm having fun. You're in my class, David. Am I not a fun teacher? I enjoy teaching. I do enjoy teaching. And I like when students are willing and ready to learn. I don't like when students are making, behaving themselves unseemly, right? But as long as you are respectful and as long as you are trying, then we will get along just fine, right? And I don't like when you guys have potential and you're not making use of your time and everything and putting it all where it should go. There's a time and place for everything, right? Sometimes we have fun, sometimes we have to get serious and do what we need to do. So there's all about balance, right? We have to try to create and maintain a certain level of balance. And you see in our science lesson the other day, we talk about balance, and we know that the air, that's where the whole balancing takes place, right? In the air, those fluid. Yes, man, that's what helps us to maintain our balance. Could you imagine that it's in the air that you have, you're able to balance? Interesting things. All right, guys, see you next. So prefix 2. Okay, Azaria, congrats. All right, you guys are doing great things. That's awesome. Keep on being good. Enjoy your holidays. And I will see you. Well, some of you I'll see next week, and the rest of you I'll see next year. Enjoy the rest of the year, and I hope we all get to meet up next year again. All right. So take care, guys. Until next time. I'll see you all in a bit.